Good thing no one watches this.
Hello, we're live here on KrakenQuest. Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution on KrakenQuest. 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Intro.
Featuring a party of characters.
I am, of course, Redbeard, your dungeon master. Tonight, I have a beer.
Ah, how topical!
With me, as always, is Sam playing Jack.
I just found out there was a sticker on the back of this dice tin.
Yes.
Wow.
Catherine playing Mina.
I also have a beer.
Is it also topical?
It's a Paleo Pilsner.
Not really, then.
So
James
no.
playing Ilferi.
I'm drinking chocolate milk and Cayman Jack.
Together?
Oh!
That does
Why?
not sound good, James.
No, I'm finishing the chocolate milk with my Danish. Then I went to Cayman Jack separately. I just have them both.
Ed Carter playing Theodore. What?
What is that?
What is that?
It's a
Is
dog.
that a haunted
yeah,
baby?
it's that really heavy pupper.
Oh
doing
my god.
his-
That is a heavy pupper.
He was 86 pounds when they found him, and now he's down to 52.
What? Where did they find him?
I don't know. But he
in a-
couldn't fit
In the
with dog
donut factory
anymore.
Just in
dumpster?
a vat of gravy.
I think that opossum that broke into the bakery in Australia
Oh,
just
yeah.
became a dog.
I love that picture. Anyway, last time on KrakenQuest Z, our constables...
Z is for Zeodore.
Our constables had entered a church in pursuit of a lead to find the only, well, or at least the last witness that they're aware of that saw the murder of Nilasa Hume. And
If
upon
I'm the
finding...
hero of this story, why have I almost died 3 times?
That sounds exactly
In the
like the
last,
sort of thing
like-
a
Yeah,
hero
that sounds
would
like
do.
what it's like to be the main character.
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough.
like the
Then
hero's
you're like,
journey and
"Oh,
whatnot.
my friend!"
You gotta improve and get better, and I don't know.
Yeah, why do you think I'm constantly almost dying?
You gotta be beaten down so that you can rise up from the ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they found...
Maybe an enemy that can just hit me for 23 damage while we're level 4.
You got
Someone
him.
seems a little salty right now. Little bitter.
Well, there was an enemy that hit me for 23 damage and then disappeared, and we didn't even get to kill him.
I don't see how that's
So you
related.
found Dr. Wolfgang von Recklinghausen in the church. Discovered, well, I mean, I assume your general impression on him has changed since before you met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And-
seems suspicious, and now I trust him.
And now some mysterious entities have shown up trying to get at him as well. And we pick up after having driven off a strike team of these individuals and having discovered that you are trapped within this church that is within a mountain by some steel bars that have been put in place.
Okay. So, Doc, you, know any other way out of here?
Not that I have found so far.
Hey, quick question. What is the room labeled 8 on the map?
Yeah, I also had that question.
If you'd like to go check it out, you may.
I mean, I went and looked at it earlier before we started talking with the doctor, or rather while Fairy was talking with the doctor, Theodore went around.
Fair enough.
That's why
If
it was
you-
all revealed.
If you were to have poked your head in there, do Do you have any religion skill at all?
No.
Okay. You could give me a religion check if you want.
Cool. So just int. 14.
Buddhist. No hint, just that word.
It seems to be like you've heard of these as like a cloister. It's a small room used for private prayers. There would have been some bookshelves in there, but all empty.
Okay. Yeah, Theodore wouldn't make a connection there, so.
Is anyone looking out the front?
I am.
Oh, I was going to as well.
I just wrote the wrong character's name in my notebook. That is how tired I am.
If anyone is looking out the front, you'll see a man with shoulder-length brown hair standing beside one of the carriages until he kind of waves his hand towards the carriage and a metal chair floats out and unfolds itself, and he sits down on it.
I'm going
And
to take a
then-
bonus action really quick to move my moonbeam here. It can move 60 feet per round.
Well, okay, sure. He sits down in the chair, and then a plate of what looks like cheeses on a metal tray floats out of the carriage next, and a knife starts slicing off pieces of cheese. And he reaches over to the plate and pulls off some pieces and eats them.
Do we recognize him at all? Because he
Cute
seems
trick.
familiar.
I don't believe so from description or anything, or
Okay.
face.
I'm going to put on the welding mask that lets me see through Helper's eyes,
Okay.
and I'm going to send... before I do that, I should ask, can Helper fit through the bars?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
then,
pretty
yeah, I'm
small,
gonna do
right?
that.
He's like that big
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Can help her fit through the bars without being noticed.
Probably not.
Uh,
Everybody's staring at you. You've got at least 10 people that you can see staring at you.
That's okay. There's not much that Helper can do, really. What I want is to send Helper out while looking through its eyes so that I can get a sense of how many of these people there are. Because right now, we can only see, like, a pretty limited range. Like, even Jack can't see all of what's going on here. So I just kind of want to get Helper out here to give me a look at how many of them there are.
So you trapped us. Do you think that makes us helpless?
Perhaps. For now. We'll see.
So we just gonna wait this out? Big shot.
We'll get to my demands in a moment.
I'm
And
going to
he-
move my moonbeam over him.
Take your
The-
time, I don't think we're going anywhere.
Blondie steps over to him, and he, like, leans over to whisper in his ear.
Oh shit. I want to move the moonbeam over Blondie if that's okay.
Okay.
Can I move Helper closer to try to hear what he's saying?
Yeah, and as you move Helper closer, Blondie just like reaches out with that black claw that he hit you with earlier and skewers Helper.
Yeah.
Does that count as
Roll to attack?
does that count as him having a turn while he's in the moonbeam?
Sure.
Okay. Let me check the save. I forgot it. I think it's Constitution saving throw.
He makes it.
Oh. That's 7 damage after the save.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Give me. Actually, you guys. So you're getting a look at Blondie in the daylight now, and you notice something now that he's not covered in shadows that you didn't before. For one, he's wearing an policeman's uniform.
As soon as you started this sentence, I knew that's what it was.
And he is dripping from wounds that you inflicted on him. A very black, dark liquid of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to try to listen in as he's
Yeah, I
whispering?
will.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did.
Oh, listen check.
18.
Okay.
12.
Jack, you overhear Creed, or you overhear the blonde-haired guy saying to him, according to Kel, there's only one way out of the church, and the air vents are too small to climb through. And the man sitting in the chair just kind of nods his head and says to go tell your boss that the situation is under control. So the the blonde-haired guy moves over and gets in one of the carriages and leaves.
Do the reins like crack for him?
Kind of. I mean, this horse is like shadowy and half existing, so he kind of blends in well with it.
Cool.
And then the man gestures to another one of his assistants, who gets off on another carriage and heads off into the city as well. And then after finishing a glass of wine, he stands up and says, "Constables, it's a pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance."
While they're doing that, I'm going to be searching in and around room 7, I guess.
Okay.
And who is it I have the pleasure of meeting today?
My name is Leon Quital.
Just let me
don't-
know when you want the roll.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation.
17?
Okay. You don't find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I don't see any reason why we should have any more blood spilled between us.
Other
I don't see
than
why I don't see why there should be bars, but that
Well,
doesn't seem to change things.
because you have something and someone I want. And if you're
Hang on.
willing
It's
to turn
fine. Keep going.
those things and that person over to me, then I'll be on my way and we can go about our lives.
Tempting. Why you want the doc?
Well, because of the papers that he holds and the information he knows.
I'm gonna walk back to the doctor
Yeah,
since they mentioned.
go ahead and do that. So you're interested in Ilas's death too? Seems to be a noteworthy event.
Interested in only so far as keeping things contained.
Gotta keep things tidy, I suppose.
Indeed. So, you give me the doctor and the papers, I let you out, we go about our way. You have... I'll give you an hour to decide. And then things will start to get less pleasant. He pulls
That's
out his
fair.
pocket watch and checks it, smiles.
Tell Kel I said hi.
Kel? Oh, certainly.
And I'll walk back.
I'm going to search room 8 next. I got a 22.
Is there-
Nothing out of the ordinary here. It looks looted and picked over, and it's just a dark, empty hole.
Is there any way out of here other than the front door?
Are you asking the doctor?
Him and just the general group.
Oh, okay.
Since we're all together now.
The doctor responds, not that I know of. I've not been here very long, and never had thought to think of it as a place I would have to escape from. Well, in a way. I have been trapped here, but thus far I
You
haven't
didn't
found
think
anything.
you'd be escaping on your own. I'm
Eh,
assuming.
precisely.
Hey, who has the papers?
I do.
Oh.
You
Yes,
do?
Theodore does.
Mina's gonna run and try to find Theodore.
Theodore? Theodore?
Theodore! Hey, so, I need to look at those papers, like, now.
Sure. What are you looking for?
We have an hour, and I just need to know what they are.
I hand over the papers.
Information at this point is our best friend.
What is this thing?
That is a
A secret way out.
stove or an oven.
What about this side?
I'm honestly not sure why it looks the way it does.
Okay.
I just know that it is a
It's got a stained glass ceiling or something.
yeah.
You know, to make it churchy.
Okay.
I'm going to start feverishly rifling through those papers to figure out what they are.
All right. Give me
I'm-
a looking through papers.
While she's doing that, I'm going to be examining the doctor's quarters for a way out.
Okay.
I'm gonna be using
I
the
got-
broken pews to barricade the entrance.
Okay.
I got a 20.
In the doctor's quarters, and you got, what'd you get?
20. 20.
So, five. Supplies. Oh. Wait, where is that? Oh, okay. A small well in one corner of the room is fed by rainwater. It looks like you could maybe knock some of the stones behind the well loose and climb up the chimney behind it.
Where is that?
Behind this. So I guess that's a well and a fireplace next to each other.
Oh, okay.
That's bad feng shui.
Mina, did you
and-
give me a check for the documents?
I did. I was waiting for everyone to stop talking. 16.
Okay. Rifling through fairly quickly while everyone else is searching the building, you find numerous reports and notes written by Security Chief Julien Labrie,
Okay.
which reference financial irregularities of Denoran-owned factories. He posits that there's a campaign of smuggling that explicitly targets Denoran enterprises, though with a lot of different reports and hundreds of witnesses from dozens of factories, it makes it hard to kind of synthesize the information into a real clear story. The types of items that are being smuggled, you can kind of posit that they're like construction materials, lots of iron and wood, maybe like this, like basically like the kind of materials you might need for building a warship or something on that scale.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna come over to here and I'm going to shout past the debris. Ilferi, Jack, come back here. I think we can barricade back here better.
Alright.
You better come with us, Doc.
Oh yeah, I should move this all up. Oopsie. I forgot to move the viewing Roll20 up.
Oh.
It's fine.
Alright, what's your plan?
Is the Doc coming with us?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot only I can move.
And now that I'm not shouting, much more quietly, there's some loose stones behind the well. I think we can get out this way.
Worth a
I
shot.
say, you two start working on that. Mina, Wolfgang, help me flip this table up so we can bar the entrance. I want to make
Alright.
it look like we've barricaded to buy us as much time as possible.
Of course. So,
How many hit points are you at, by the way, Zeodor?
5.
Eat these berries. I give you all 10 of the good berries, because I didn't actually dole them out.
That's 1 point per berry, right?
10 hit points.
Woo!
Let me look at my spell slots. Also, I'm gonna use 2 of my Fey pool on you as a bonus action. You heal 11 and get 2 temporary hit points.
Hooray! All right, I'm actually doing pretty well then now.
Cool.
so, they were definitely smuggling building supplies. Just so we're all on the same page.
Building supplies. What kind of building supplies?
Iron, stone, wood.
Oh, there's another section that Labrie notes that he had found while visiting various factories. within the walls of some of these factories vials of a strange black oil with floating motes of white light in them. But soon after finding this, his investigation was shut down.
That's very useful.
Oh my god, get your claws out of my back.
We need to go back to the consulate.
If we open up this well, is it going to be tough to get out still? Can we tell from, like,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
opening we have?
yeah, it's not going to be easy.
All right. I'm assuming Jack and I are both working on clearing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mina, when you mention the section about the oil to Zeodor,
Which I was about to do.
Wolfgang overhears and says, I have heard of this substance. It is known as witch oil.
This
We have a
substance,
name.
and I pull out the vial of what is apparently witch oil.
Yes. Where did you find this?
It was in a puddle in the House of Blue Birds. We found it when we were investigating the disappearance.
I saw Blondie bleeding it, right?
Yeah.
Also, looked like Blondie was bleeding it out there.
We also saw some.
Twist it.
We also
Yes.
saw some sort of mechanical machine leaking it on another island.
Well, I don't know
Yes,
about
in
the
the
machine, but if the officer there was bleeding it, then that makes sense. He's the one who
Yes.
attacked me in the alleyway after I saw Nilasa die.
Yep.
I suspected as much.
This is condensed energy of the bleak gate that bleeds into into this world. It's very rare to find even a few ounces. I can imagine where somebody would
I have
have
a whole-
gotten the pints and the amount that Labrie describes in this document.
I have a pint and a half back at my workshop, but that was from the machine that we found.
There are people working in the Bleak Gate manufacturing something that probably has something to do with that.
It is disturbing.
If Blondie out there is made out of it, you think he's from the Bleak Gate or just possessed by something?
Either option is possible, I suppose. I've mostly heard of it as a costly spell component, but most people are hesitant to use it since it consumes souls that are awaiting rest. That's what the motes of light are.
That explains why the motes of light showed up after we took it on onto
Yes.
Cauldron Hill.
It's exactly what explains it. Jeez, this shit is weird.
That also means the machine on Axis Island. Those must have been the souls of soldiers.
That is a
Have plenty of them there.
possibility. I don't know what sort of experiments may have been carried out on this island, but it's plausible.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to explore and figure this out once we're out of here and safe.
All right, go ahead and give me strength checks.
I will. Which of us is stronger? Probably Jack, right?
That strength check is a.
Well, Jack,
you can use
Jack,
athletics
I'm trying to
if you
figure
want.
out who's stronger.
My strength is 14, and that check was a.
He's trying to help. Shut up.
17.
I'm going to give you the help action, so you get advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Let's see if it beats a 15. Oh, it should have did, James. You did it. Now it's 18. Total.
All right, you manage to. You pull one last big stone loose with a grunt of effort, and some of the stones come cascading down into the well. And you now have a hole, basically from the well into the side of the fireplace, where there you can see the chimney going up and feel fresh air. And just as you pull this free,
Yeah, can you kick him out, please?
There's a noise coming from somewhere.
There's
Yeah.
a chip
I think
bag.
it's the cat.
Hang on.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that was
Wow.
sharp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on, asshole.
Sorry.
it's okay.
Well, I mean, good news. Your mic's high register is working.
Yeah. Bad news. I probably should have muted you a while ago because my ears are bleeding.
Our ear high registers no longer work, but you know.
And to think I had you turned up at one point.
You broke everyone's ears.
Sorry.
All right.
Never
just
get Sam and Catherine turned.
just as you pull the last rock free and feel a breath of fresh air, you hear a carriage returning out front, and the voice of the man that you were talking with calls out, "Oh, constables! I think there's someone out here you might want to meet."
We're going.
I'll go check on him. I can get through this tunnel faster than you guys. You guys need to get going.
I think it's better if we just act as though we barricaded this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Agreed.
alright. Well, I'll still go first.
All right, so
Okay.
you're going out the chimney.
Oh, no,
Or
I
going
meant
out
I'm
front.
going out front.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm going first up the chimney. Then.
Okay.
I am going to hand you an end of a rope to carry up with you.
Cool. I'm gonna wrap that rope around my waist.
And who might be interested in seeing us and would know that we're even here?
Oh, Fairy.
Yeah?
Just my 2 cents.
Hmm?
Don't go out there. The only thing they can do is show you something that'll kill us here, which is a bad idea. Let's all just go up, because then we don't know what's out there.
Right. Well, okay, hold on. We're having this conversation before I go out there then. Right. But if they think that we're ignoring them, they might come in before their hour deadline.
Right, but if they think that this is barricaded, we still have at least 2 minutes before they get in here. I do not think there is any good outcome if you go out there.
I'm tying the rope around my midsection and passing the next portion of the rope to the doctor.
I would rather stall for time for you guys. Like, I can get out of this tunnel really quick.
But if you go out there and they have troubles, you're not going to be able to turn your back and walk away.
I don't think they have troubles.
That's not my point. My point is if they show you a captive, you can't leave because you know they have a captive.
But if they'll kill him regardless of whether I go away now or go away in 2 minutes.
I'm just saying this is a bad idea.
I think it's best
And you're going to be
stall for
behind
time.
everybody else. You could be completely fucked.
By this point, you hear calling into the chapel the voice of Heward Setchum.
Son of a bitch.
Still going.
Hello? I don't know what's going on.
Shit.
Are you guys
I
here?
can't hear it anyway, so.
I
And then
might actually be able to save him too.
you hear a muffled noise as presumably something happens.
Can
I'm gonna go rescue him.
roll... Can
Thanks a
I
lot,
roll...
Fairy.
Hang on. Can I roll insight to see if it's actually him or someone pretending to be him?
Oh, that's fair.
Sure.
Or some other...
I mean, just based on his voice, but
Oh, yeah, but I got a 22.
My
Yeah.
tan skin and beard are certainly here.
it sounds like him.
Shit.
Could I interest you in this Horodric cube?
Look, either
Not-
he's
Not Navard Sechem.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Keyword Sechem.
dead and there's nothing we can do about it, or I can save him. You guys still need to get out of here.
We do need to get out of here. Frankly, we have a better chance of saving him from the outside anyway.
Yep.
I'll be behind you in just a couple minutes.
All right.
Alright.
Jack's like 15 feet in the air. Man, sure hope they're not doing something.
Alright, so I'm gonna go... Whoa, my map. I'm gonna go... What, you're bringing hostages now? Even though we're already caged?
Well, it doesn't have to be a hostage.
Is he okay?
He's
He's-
literally a hostage right now.
He's bound and gagged.
Okay, bound and gagged, but not dead. Or stabbed.
And Blondie's holding a sharpened arm to his neck.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Is she like the liquid metal Terminator?
Kinda, but with shadows.
Okay.
He's like he's Noob Saibot's shadow.
Alright.
Alright, this is gonna be really stupid, guys, and I'm sorry, but at least you guys are getting out, and also this is the dying sky seer, so, you know.
It is indeed, James!
Now,
Well,
where is the doctor?
Let's just change the name of this chapter to Dying Sky Seers.
So,
the doctor is gathering his things right now, but we can't give him to you if these bars are here.
I can sort out the bars easily enough once the doctor is in front of them.
The
Along
doctor
with
has
the papers.
refused to come out unless he knows that he will be able to get out with the bars released.
Then I suppose we're at an impasse. But it looks like I hold most of the cards. Are you a betting bird?
sorry. Don't know why that's so funny.
Well, I'm not a canary.
Well, I'm not asking you to sing.
If he, if he was a canary, he'd be in my club.
This
Theodore
is
Speaking of
Fine.
canary, who does have the canary pendant?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I had both the pendant and the documents. I handed the documents to Mina.
Yep.
Right.
Fuck, this is so stupid. Why am I about to do this? I'm gonna cast Hold Person on... Fuck. I don't know which one.
Probably the one that will kill him if you hold the other one.
Blondie.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Blondie.
Okay. What's the check?
Wisdom save DC 13.
Okay.
Roll low, roll low.
It's a 17 on the die.
Fuck.
I need Heward
Well-
for downtime thing I want to do.
That accelerates my plans a little bit. And they slit Heward's throat. Well, I guess we'll do this the hard way. And the second carriage you saw go off earlier returns. And a man walks out with large barrels of blasting powder.
How far up the chimney have we made it at this point?
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
this
Jack.
point,
Zeodore, Doctor, me.
Yeah, I think
We.
Elfari's
Elfari had to-
gotten enough time for you all to have gotten up there.
Okay.
All right. So where are we?
You are in a back alley of another section of the Nettles, looking down, or there's like a cliff, or there's like another couple of buildings, and then there's like the cliff face. I guess, what is it, like 120 feet from where you came out.
Okay, I'm gonna get out and survey the area, see if there's anybody there that can see us or notices us.
All right, do you want to give me a stealth check?
Sure. I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
Sure.
That's better. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get close enough to the cliff face to look down. Just as you see Heward Secham's throat slit.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the chimney. Motion. Get out and the other.
You broke up a bit there.
I'm going back to the hole and I'm kind of just motioning down to come up and start going that way.
You're muted, Carter.
Sorry. We need to go back. They have Heward.
Heward's dead. We gotta go.
Fuck.
Don't think about it now. Just move.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yep, I start taking off with the dock in the opposite direction.
Yep. I mean, I guess we're all going.
Ilfari?
So, what are they doing with those blasting the barrels?
They're setting them near the entrance to the church here.
So what, you plan on killing the doctor too? After you spent all this time trying to get him?
Alive or dead makes no difference if nobody can find him or the documents. Or you.
Fuck, how do I get him to open these fucking bars? I could get out of the bars, but I want...
I mean, they're
wild shape
like,
for something.
they're like probably 3 or 4 inches, like, crossed.
Yeah, I could turn into an animal to get out of the bars.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But I only have one wild shape and want to use it for something else.
Hey, Ilfari, run.
This is your conscience.
Yeah. Hold
Be-
on.
Because if they blow it up and they think we're all inside, they won't be looking for us.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're probably gonna kill me if I get out the front way. I mean, like, I can't run back.
Why
Because
not?
they will eventually find that there was a hole.
Not doing that!
They'll see no dead bodies. If I run, they'll chase me.
If they collapse the cave, they aren't going into this cave.
Yeah, they're not coming in
Okay,
to do
so
forensics.
does this seem like something that would collapse the cave, or just blow up and kill everyone inside without any, like, structural damage?
I mean, if it's if they're
I'm
going to blow it up
I'm
from
asking the
the
DM just because I don't know the specifics of what this stuff is.
Do you have any sort of structural integrity of a cave entrance check you could give me?
Nature?
I mean,
Sure.
I'm saying that I would call bullshit on anything that's going to kill everyone inside this cave from the entrance without destroying it.
I don't know.
I call it chlorine gas. Enjoy.
I was just thinking big fire. That doesn't.
Oh,
You know.
I see what you're.
I'm
mean-
wondering if it's going to be a giant fire that engulfs the inside, or if it's going to be a big boom.
Okay. Then give me some sort of analyzing types of explosive being used check.
Survival? I don't know what that would be.
If it's an explosive,
Probably
it's a big
an intelligence check.
Yeah,
honestly.
okay. I'll just roll straight intelligence.
Okay.
18.
Not bad.
Yeah, these seem more like concussive charges.
Okay.
Like they're trying to
So
blow
big boom.
in the they're trying to blow in the rocks and the entrance more than like fireball.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action Setchum 1d6 hit points. See if it helps. He gets 3 if he's not dead.
Okay.
Hopefully he knows to just fucking lay there. I think he's smart.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. I got a 9.
It's hard to tell if it worked or not, but the nobody seems to be reacting. At the very least, they're all focused on setting the charges.
Okay, and then I'm going to run to the back and shout, "Guys, we have a problem!" Even though they're not there, obviously.
right. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna run, I'm gonna run all the way up here, and then I'm going to wild shape into something with a. Was it climbing that they were doing?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were climbing up a rope.
Okay, I
can-
will.
Can we say that I left a chalk mark at the entrance, noting which way we went?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into a giant wolf spider and climb out very quickly.
Okay.
Cool. I've been leading the group away from here without regard for whether or not Ilferi is going to be following us or not. Like, I am.
Yeah.
If people are following me,
Yeah, we're booking it.
yeah, we are going.
Fastest way to get to a.
Yeah, we are gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't expecting him to catch up. I was just
Right,
noting
just-
we're
I
not
know.
going.
I just wanted to make that clear.
I
That's
should
what
be able
Jack
to
is doing.
I should be able to catch up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. So yeah, I will book it out of there with my climb speed of 40. I mean, it's a move speed of 40, but also climb speed of 40. I'll note the arrow, and then can I track them?
I mean, probably, but I think you would probably know to just like meet us back at headquarters.
I would still rather track you just in case you had different ideas since we last spoke.
All right. Yeah. I guess give me a survival check at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, because you're in a city and an unfamiliar part of the city, and
Okay. 8.
yeah, you don't find anything past the arrow that they mark.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna follow that arrow, like directly.
You're in the ocean.
All right.
For a while. Like,
And after-
if there seems to be like an easier way around, I'll do that. But if it looks like there's some switchbacks and stuff, I'm gonna go straight down the switchbacks.
After maybe a minute or two, you do hear an explosion come from behind you.
Well, that could have been us. I just hope that Setchum is alive.
And we can say that there's like a safe house in this area that you all know about to meet up at.
Where
'cause
were
it's-
we? Or
it's
what
something
region?
reasonable.
We're in the Nettles.
Nettles.
I believe I have a.
I know old Mitch here. I'll go to his place.
Yeah, I think I have a contact in the Nettles too. Or no, maybe it's Cloudwood.
Yeah, I think you have
I'll take him. I'll take him to old Mitch's place. He's an old guy that's just lived in the Nettles forever and knows everybody.
Yeah, sounds good.
All 6 people that actually live there.
Yeah.
It's easy to know everybody.
Well, lots of people live in the Nettles.
Oh.
There's not a lot of people that live in the Cloudwood.
Oh, I got it backwards then.
Oops, that's the wrong map.
Oh god, giant people!
Alright. So you guys make it back to old Mitch's place in one piece.
Yeah, just gotta give it. Hey Mitch, got some guests, won't be long.
Doctor and documents in tow.
Is it Chucky
Dulce
or
or
Dulce?
Chucky?
It's not Chucky.
It's Dulce.
Just like every once in a while, high pitched squeak.
She's on the other side of the house, but that squeaking is loud.
Squeakers do not last very long with Chucky. Pretty much given up on giving her toys that have them.
This isn't a like squeaker. This is a big rubber, like one of those horse balls, and the entire ball is a squeaker, and it's about like the rubber on the outside is about that thick. That's how it is lasted.
So I give it another week.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, we'll give Il Ferry
15.
15 sounds good. And we gotta get back to Central.
Yeah.
We need to speak to the Denorans.
Agreed.
Yeah, but we can't go straight there. Just bad.
We need to get Doc to Central.
Ah,
Have a
shit.
plan before we go in there. What time is it?
I think it's like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
We've got time.
No, I know. We have till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I mean, it was still like
He said he'd
spend
be
at least.
available for breakfast for the next 3 days.
I know, but we wasted one because of he said, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I was just really looking forward to breakfast. Someone tried to blow us up, so excuse me.
I offer Mina a cigarette.
And Mina takes it.
I light it for her.
All right. Did you want to do anything else at the safe house besides a short rest, or are we even doing a short rest, or what?
We're waiting 15 minutes. If Il Ferry's not there by then, we're going to Central.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Il Ferry will show up. Sorry,
I'm a spider.
I was also...
Yeah, will we know that he showed up?
It is
Well,
it's a
when a giant spider comes and
medium-sized
knocks on the
spider.
door.
Mina opens the door and just...
That's one of ours, Mitch. Don't worry about
I
it.
played a spider in my other game.
The fortune teller was...
I don't know what's up, but
Sorry,
you guys
just
keep
like the
cutting
old
out.
gypsy woman's dad.
Jack, or Sam and Catherine, you guys keep cutting out. I don't know if it's your mic sensitivity or...
Let's see.
I don't know.
But anyway.
I will dismiss my form like as soon as the door is answered. Although, how do I know about this guy?
Jax told us.
Okay.
If we've discussed contacts and connections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If we haven't discussed it, I'm heading to Central. Like, if I don't see them within a period of time.
It makes sense that we would have that we as a team would have established
Shared
points of
contacts.
safety in different regions.
Yeah.
So this would make sense as our point of contact in the Nettles, just like your house would make sense as our point of contact in the Cloudwood.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, then, cool. I did make it. I will drop my form as soon as I get there. I healed Sechem if I could, or I healed Sechem. I don't know if he'll make it or not, but I did what I could.
Yeah.
Also, they tried to blow us up, so they don't care that much about the doctor or the
Yeah,
notes. They just
heard
don't.
that.
They just don't want the notes or the doctor to be found.
Alright. So we go back to Central, we copy down those notes.
Yeah.
Ourselves. We don't let anybody else do it. We keep a couple copies hidden around the city.
I mean, I think that's fine. I think one copy will be enough once we get it in the hands of our boss.
We'll see.
Or
I'm not
even
telling you
the
not
other
to.
way.
I'll need a recap on what was in that notes.
If they don't want the notes, if they don't want anyone finding the notes, we make sure everyone finds the notes.
That too.
He's got a point.
If we can get these in the paper, the information is out there, and there's no stopping it at that point.
I like it.
If we keep it hidden, then, and if they kill us, they succeed.
Still think we
Do we
need
know
to get
any-
to Central first.
Definitely. The good news is they probably think we're dead.
At least for now.
True, it won't last.
We
Yeah.
enjoy the next hour of being
So-
dead.
Real quick. I know I can't do anything about it, but I know Bird Dude can. I don't know if Jack can. Is anybody in here able to disguise us?
Oh,
I'm pretty trained
can
for
help
the
you.
day.
You can?
yes, of course. It's one of my specialties, I suppose you could say.
Okay,
Are you a
yeah. We're gonna need
Plastic
that.
surgeon.
Eh, not in so many ways. That is a talent that I possess, I suppose, but it's not my preferred form of surgery. I much prefer saving lives.
Fair, but we'll take it right now.
He has the ability to cast Disguise Self.
Oh, so that's
That's
just
just
himself.
him.
Oh, can you not cast that on others?
No,
No.
self.
Oh, my bad. Well,
Damn it.
well, actually, I mean, the way he does his magic is with potions.
Oh,
So,
fair.
I think it would make sense for him to share, like, be able to share his potions with others. So
Cool.
he can
We
cast
quaff our
Disguise
stuff
Self.
down.
On
and
each
Well,
of
go.
let's take a rest real quick.
No,
If-
we need to get moving.
If we can not be ourselves, 1 hour should be fine.
All right.
Also, I can't shapeshift unless I rest for an hour.
You and I went through some shit this last time. If we'll feel better too.
Fair enough.
Well, you can't shapeshift into an animal, but the disguise self will still work.
Right, but I'd rather save at least one of those. That's limited. You can only do that a couple times, right,
What?
Doc?
I've got plenty.
All right, so we're short resting.
Yes.
Cool. Zeodor,
Yes.
did you want to examine the canary in a coal mine pendant?
Yes, I would. You want me to roll a thing for that?
Not necessarily. If you examine it during your short rest.
I'll take it.
Cool. I get back one spell slot.
So
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing.
one thing you would have noticed during your previous encounter was that when you were speaking with during combat, and then later when you were speaking with Leon, the bird turned from bright yellow to coal black.
Yeah. Okay.
That's friggin' nifty.
Yeah.
So it has a property that causes it to change, to turn dark in the presence of danger.
Hence the name Canary in the Coal Mine Pendant. Makes sense.
Also more useful for stealth than a sword that glows.
It also has an active ability, or an activated ability, to cast Fly on yourself with a duration of 1 round.
Okay.
So not useful.
Yeah, you could end up directly over some spiked railing or something.
You could be impaled on a fence.
I mean, basically, you can use it to jump.
Right. And break your legs when you come back down.
Well, unless you're jumping up, like, onto a roof or something.
No, I know. My point is, 1 round is not a lot of fly.
No. It's kind of like, was it Oblivion or Morrowind that had the scroll of jump?
Morrowind.
How you break Morrowind.
I'm not familiar.
Well, it was just
One of
it
many
falls out of the
ways.
sky. Oh no, that's a different one. Anyways, you're all in. Keep going.
Let me just add it into your character here.
I mean, you can fly up to 120 feet. That's pretty good. Actually, Zeodor could fly up to 180 feet.
I mean, it's potentially useful. We'll see if it comes up.
Oh wait, but only 1 round. What action does it take to activate it?
Just hold on. I'm trying to remember how to add things. Add item. Coal. Canary in a coal mine. There we go.
Is there a circus in town?
There is.
How long does the temporary HP last from your thing, James?
It doesn't say.
Which thing?
So forever. My Bomb and Summer Court.
I think there's a
it lasts-
default rule for temporary hit points, isn't there?
I'll look it up.
So yeah, the canary turns black as coal in presence of danger. If you're surprised, attacks against you during the first round of combat are made with disadvantage. And then as a bonus action, you can cast Fly on yourself with a duration of 1 round. Once used, you cannot cast it again this way until next dawn.
The hit points last until you finish a long rest or they go away.
Okay, cool. So I still have them.
Yep.
All right, and everybody's gotten their refresh.
Yep.
All right.
While the camera's looking at the other characters, Theodore's in the background looking at the mask that used to be attached to Helper, but now Helper is gone.
Aww.
I might need to go check on Troubles.
Everybody's pet got stabbed.
Yeah, Shrubbles, Helper, Setchum. Wait.
To be fair, Shepsham wasn't stabbed.
He was sliced.
This is why I'm not friends with anybody.
Oh, the guy whose place we're at is like, oh.
Aw, poor old man.
Old Mitch.
Okay.
He just had like a tray of cookies that had like "to my friend" written down on the top.
Like, he's kind of slumps and the cookies, like, the plate just tilts enough for they all...
Aww.
I'll gust to like keep him aloft.
I don't think
tipped
Gust
Mitch
is
20
that.
gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, just the regular gust, not gust of wind.
Oh, okay.
Gust of wind.
No, I was saying it's not.
Oh god!
No, that's not what
The cookie.
I was saying Gust, I don't think is, like, you don't control it well enough to hold things aloft, do you?
No, it's like a little fart.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it can last. Let's see. A harmless sensory effect using air, such as causing leaves to rustle, wind to slam, or your clothes to ripple. So I'm
Yeah.
causing leaves, aka cookies, to rustle and stay in the air.
Certainly tumble to the ground in a different pattern than they would have.
He can save like a couple of them.
Mina eats them off the floor. She's had that kind of day.
I cast prestidigitation, clean the cookies.
It's already in her mouth.
I clean it in your mouth?
He cleans your mouth out with prestidigitation, which is what you do in a wizard child's cusses.
Now you can't taste the cookie anymore.
Damn it!
It's okay. He flavors your tongue to taste like cookies.
You moved the target while I was casting a spell. Come on.
All right. Are we ready to assume disguises?
Yes.
All right. The doctor hands you each a vial and says, just envision in your head what you imagine and it will become reality for a short amount of time, anyway. And he quaffs one and he actually turns into a tiefling man.
Jack turns into a half-orc.
I turn into my dad.
I'll turn into the captain of the ship that sunk that I used to be on.
I turn into Giant Helper.
Not yet.
I don't think it can do that. Zeodor turns into a dark-skinned female half-elf.
Cool. Now, where are we going?
To Central.
Central. I mean, Central.
Ah, yes, of course. Which way is that?
Follow us.
Yeah.
Southwest.
All right.
Yeah, I tossed Mitch that bag of coins on the way out.
You know, it'd be really inconspicuous.
For your time.
A human gliding down.
Yeah, I'm
Just
sure.
some guy T-posing off the cliff.
What the fuck is that?
I think
You
it's
will
a
bow
physics
down
error.
God damn it! Not again. We're gonna have to reset the server.
I didn't realize we were playing Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, somehow this ends up on the original,
All right.
Oh, man.
which is a Facebook page you should all follow. It's pretty funny.
Thank you, Mitch. See you next time.
Arr, get off my lawn.
Okay.
I make a flower grow in his lawn. Just one. Because that's all Druidcraft can do, is one.
I'm sure there's
One
a lot
every
of
6
things you could
seconds.
abuse if you could do better than that. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. The flower has to already be there.
You just make it bloom.
Yeah.
I can make it blossom.
Well,
Or
there
I can
mean-
open a leaf bud.
there actually was a dead
can-
flower there, so you can make it. Bloom.
I'll revive it. I'm getting rid of the spell. Next
I
level.
can tell you exactly why Druidcraft is done that way. It's because they probably didn't do it that way, and then some fuck ass brought out had a pile of dirt and was just like, I'm a druid, I make a foxglove every turn forever,
Oh.
and now we have infinite poison.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a harmless flower. It could say in there, you make a harmless flower.
Yeah.
But foxgloves are pretty.
Yeah. And
But
also,
But pretty.
I mean, it depends. It's not harmful to everyone. It's medicine, though. Digitoxin is heart medicine.
Whatever. I'm getting rid of the spell next level.
All right. So you guys you're heading back to Central. give me perception checks, everyone.
11. I'm not good at this. Today's bad roll day.
Woo! 22.
15.
Wait,
I'm really distracted by being a half elf.
That's fine. And a woman?
I mean, I was gonna say, are you distracted?
Boobs. 23.
Theodore's not into boobs. I got a 6.
I don't care. They can be distracting as hell. Just owning your own pair.
Fair
Well,
enough.
they're weightless.
Even weirder.
All right. Jack, you overhear a couple people at different times, actually, as you're heading back through the city. You overhear the name Nivard Sechem. People are talking about a rally that he's supposedly holding tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Okay.
That
Sounds like
Nivard
Nivard's
is.
got a rally of some kind tomorrow afternoon.
Except he's dead.
No,
Possibly.
Heward's dead.
You
Oh.
roasted it.
Oh, okay, got it mixed up. And also maybe not dead.
Yeah.
Fuck, reincarnate's a 5th level spell, not a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now you have Heward as a dog.
It's reincarnate.
Gen-
It's still a
Come here,
humanoid.
Heward.
Gentle Repose is a lower level spell.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I don't.
We have one dead Heward in stasis. I will put him in my lawn.
I didn't learn that. No.
All right. And then you guys make it back to the office just as the disguises are wearing off. So what is the plan from here? Can you get me out of the country?
You need to stay here for a little while.
It's above our
Eventually.
pay grade, but we can talk to the higher ups.
Very well. I
I'm sorry.
trust you
you're-
at this point to protect me at the very least.
I'm really sorry, but you picked up the wrong stack of papers.
Yes, I suppose that's what I get for trying to help a dying woman.
I mean, you met me. It's not all bad, right?
I suppose not. If I just kept to myself, I could have been back. Or I could have been on to bear by this point. But
We'll get you on your way fast enough. Don't worry about that. We just need to make sure that you're safe and no one's going to chase after you before you leave.
Right.
I appreciate everything that you've done for me.
I'm gonna actually walk Doc over to Delph's office.
Okay. I was just gonna go straight to Delph too.
Yeah. Go over
Yeah.
to Delph's office, knock on the door.
Yeah, who is it?
Hey! What's up, Yeoman?
You guys are alive.
Barely. Do you think we were dead?
This is
Surprise.
Dr. Wolfgang von Recklinghausen. We need him in protection, possibly smuggled out of the city, maybe the country.
Hey,
No, but wait, did you literally think we were dead?
Oh, no, I
Hey.
just was making conversation as a reason I should think you might be dead.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
someone tried to blow us up!
hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Theodore is going to stealthily sneak a peek at the canary pendant.
Okay.
24?
It seems normal.
Okay. He's just acting real shady.
Oh. It might just be me.
Oh, okay.
Which is what Chris
Oh.
would say if he wanted us to fall into it.
I mean, in my head, that's not an unusual greeting for Delph to give you.
Okay.
No, I believe it.
I also believe it.
I mean, it might just be Zeodor. Zeodor is also at like max paranoia right now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Theodore is like blasting Megadeth right now. Like Dave Mustaine's right. Been right all along.
Delph just kind of chuckles and says, "Can't wait to read this report."
Speaking of report, has Troubles reported in yet?
Your little bush? Nah, I haven't seen him.
Been 2 days now?
Something like that.
Let me look at my notes. When was the fire? Fire was yesterday morning. Let's see. Fire. On day 4.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Today is day.
Today is summer
5.
5th.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember when I sent Troubles off.
So
it was
after
morning
the
at 4.
fire.
It was morning at
Morning
4.
of 4. Yeah.
Morning 4th? Okay.
So it's been just over a day.
I mean, he's fine. I'll go check on him later.
Okay.
He's doing important work, so just wanted to make sure. I might go check on him in a bit.
You're doing God's work, Bush.
He's doing recon only a bush can do.
Crazy druids.
Actually, that was just an item you guys had in the warehouse.
I stand by my statement.
I guess, yes, only a crazy druid would recognize that as a useful tool.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Would you say you've had a pretty bad day so far?
I've had worse.
Good enough. Let's go interrogate a gnome.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I forgot about them.
Does seem like a good time.
What was... I gave him a note. What did it say again? Like, you
yeah,
better
something
prepare yourself.
Better have some good answers, fucko.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
along
something
those
like
lines.
that. Basically, Zeodor is in a bad mood and picked the most aggro person
Yeah.
Yeah.
to team up with.
I completely forgot about the gnomes.
You want to go interrogate the lady, then?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Does the lady know about the lady's got to know about the badgers.
She knew more than her husband did.
About the badgers?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he was the badger guy.
Yeah, he was.
I know.
Il Fairy king of years, though.
Yeah. Zeodor is also in like exactly the wrong headspace to be doing this, so he does not care that he's intentionally taking the person that is not likely to give us any information.
Yeah.
All right. You guys get the paperwork together and get an interrogation room set aside. Do you want them together or separate?
Separate.
Separate.
Okay. So you get 2 interrogation rooms prepared, and they're placed and waiting.
Mina, which one of us is better at talking to people?
Seriously?
I think it's me.
Seriously?
Charisma-wise, I mean. Yeah.
I stand by my statement.
On a scale of 1 to 20.
I'm a 13 and she's a 10.
And I'm only a 10 because tieflings get a charisma bonus. That was my dump stat.
Mine was intelligence. It is now a 10 because I went to school.
Actually, my dump stat is strength, and my second dump stat is charisma. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, take the lead.
All right.
You can ask the questions. I'll just, butter her up.
Whatever.
All right, so we're going after Danasa first. Deniska.
Sounds like it.
All right. Go in. She's sitting in the room. One of those aluminum chairs, or two of those aluminum chairs, just swinging, light overhead.
Before we
chair.
go in there, is it like metal bars, or is there a line of effect to cast a spell on her before we go in?
Maybe. What are you trying to do?
I want to charm person her. I don't want to be immediately obvious that I'm doing it this time.
You just want to do it and then immediately walk in and.
Again, like I said, really.
It lasts an hour. I could wait like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Make me a charisma saving throw. Oh, sorry, wisdom saving throw.
19.
Damn it.
Oh wait, 23.
Damn it. Alright, cool. That's fine. That's why I did it out of, without her, seeing me, maybe.
I don't know who's there, but I'm pissed off.
It's not friends.
Yeah.
All right. Do you go into the room?
Yeah.
Well, that was very rude.
Just trying to soften you up a little bit.
Well,
Sorry.
you just hardened me up a little bit. That's for sure.
Look,
Listen, lady, your husband is in the next room. Keep that kind of talk to a minimum.
Look, I know I'm very attractive, but
That's not what I'm talking about, you foolish bird.
Hashtag don't kink shame bird obsessed gnomes.
Is this really how the police treat people? Casting
Constables.
spells on them?
We're not the police.
We're not the police.
Carter,
Even
you're not
worse.
I know, I'm
Look.
not there, sorry.
I did not consent to have spells cast on me.
great.
I want my lawyer.
We're not the police, so
You're not the police.
no. Also, I know you're gonna answer our questions. I just wanted to make it easier on you, so you'd leave having a pleasant experience. So it went a little wrong. That doesn't mean that we can't get back on the right foot.
I think you're casting Charmed Person wrong. I could show you if you take these off of me.
Mina unlocks that shit in me.
Before you do, I lock the door that we're in.
Do you actually?
Yes.
All
I
right.
stick my head out the door and I say, "Do not let us free this woman." To Jack and Theodore. Then I close the door.
Jack and Theodore are probably also doing an inner or
They were walking by.
We're observing.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I assume
Observing
that
your
they're doing-
interview before
Anyways,
we go do ours.
Yeah. Don't let her know.
And I immediately uncuff her.
All right.
I lock their door from the outside.
Yeah.
Fair.
I bar it.
I'm in.
Give me
All right.
a saving throw.
Yeah.
Is she doing both of us or just
Just him.
Pilfery? Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Natural 20, so 26. Right. You're so good at that. I can tell. You've had a lot of practice.
Just as good as you, I suppose. Now, is there
I
something
like
you
the-
wanted, or are you just wasting my time flinging spells at me?
Well,
I like to think that Charm Person is just really shitty in this universe. Like whoever made it just got fucked
It
up a
really
little.
is. No one could use it.
it used to work well. It worked well for the first half of this chapter.
Oh, lady. Someone tried to blow me there.
You guys breaking up again.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
You broke up in the exact way that you just said, at least as far as I heard. Someone tried to blow me today.
I
Yep.
was blown today.
That's what I heard as well.
Yeah.
Someone tried to blow me up today.
Oh, that's different.
Very.
I mean, me too. I'm not as salty about it, but
And somebody
salty.
tried to blow me out of the water last night.
No, that's not the same thing, because we healed your ass afterward.
and also we flung you into the water, not out of the water. So
Yeah. What about
We
those,
attacked.
those friends that I saw getting eaten by piranhas?
collateral damage.
My
for
husband
dealing with
almost died to
smugglers.
the same piranhas.
We would have kept him alive.
We did keep him alive.
We did keep him alive. I stabilized him. So you should be grateful.
Look, just say what you want to say. Ask me what you want to ask me.
You should be grateful. I only nearly murdered your husband.
No, I brought him back from the brink of death.
You didn't. She did. She did. She healed him.
Because I put out the that I caused.
I didn't cause that.
I know.
Not that one.
Okay. So, wands. You went to go buy them. Nalasso is your contact person.
Yes, yes.
How did you get in contact with her from the start?
I don't know. It's just something you hear working in the sort of business that I'm in. You hear of certain opportunities that come up, and we needed a little bit extra money. You know, Blander's badger thing hasn't really been paying the bills, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I definitely tricked him into thinking I'm one of his badgers. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, that's the best thing I've heard you say yet. Anyway, just heard through the grapevine there was an opportunity to make some extra cash.
Alright.
Nalasa was a
So-
regular customer of mine. We really were
Regular
friends.
Regular, legal, or illicit customer?
As far as I'm concerned, legal. She had documentation for anything she bought from me.
Right.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
And why wands in particular?
Well, worth a lot of money.
Does yours? I guess you have contacts to sell them.
Yeah.
What kind of contacts?
Well, some of the wackos up in the Cloudwood. I don't entirely agree with everything that they stand for, but look, a sale's a sale, especially when you're dealing with high-priced goods.
I'm trying to think. How often did Nalasa buy from you?
Maybe every couple weeks or so.
Did she inform you what she was doing the last day you saw her?
Nah, we didn't really talk business much, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
Well, I don't like to ask my clients exactly what they're doing with the items I provide them with. I just like to provide a service and stay as ignorant as I can.
Smart. That's what I tried to tell him to do earlier.
It's a good way to keep a business running. Don't want to get mixed up in things, but, well, here we are.
Who is this most recent shipment going to be going to?
The wands?
Yeah.
I told you, the Cloudwood.
Cloudwood.
Okay. Well, that was the most recent sale. I wasn't sure if it's always that.
You know, they've been busy lately, so have we.
Do you know what they're busy doing? I don't remember if this has to do with the riots or not.
What? I mean, I just told you I don't really pry into my clients' end goals.
And sure. Any names?
Nalasa was my main contact.
Main contact. Any other names that you heard in passing? that you knew one-on-one.
Diorn?
Diorn.
We know that
Anyone
name.
else? He was the guy who was supposed to come,
Oh,
and we
who we
intercepted him.
arrested. Yeah.
Honestly, we hadn't really figured out how we were going to move forward after getting these wands with Nalasagon. We just
Alright.
were kind of playing things by the seat of our pants by that point.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn into a badger.
Okay. She looks surprised for a moment and then bursts out laughing.
It is funny.
I'm gonna, oh, fuck. Well, I can't talk anymore, but, let us out.
You pull out the door.
Yeah.
I give a knock.
I'll cover again. I could do that as a badger.
What?
I'll open the door.
She and Elferi are equally suited to charm people.
That bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty great. Anyway, whatever's happening with her is gonna happen with her. I'm good. She and I are good. I'm good with her.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna scurry out and grab
wait,
that hat.
one last thing, lady. Would you at all be interested in being a contact if we get you out of this for a minimal amount of problems?
Well, I don't see a problem with that.
Alright. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to Delft.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna grab that hat and just do a little dance as we're closing the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Theodore.
Alright.
Let him have it and I'll keep things moving.
Okay. We go into the room. Theodore goes in carrying a copper cup of water that he slams on the table just to make a loud noise.
Welcome to the lair of the house
You
elf!
know what we want? Start talking.
I tell him he's not in a good mood.
Well, I can't really do any
People
magic
are dead,
tricks.
and the longer you wait, the more people are dead. People dying puts me in a bad mood.
I don't think I killed anyone. I remember some people
No, but-
falling into the piranhas, though. That was pretty nasty.
Whatever you're involved with has gotten people killed.
My badger dances have gotten people killed?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that it was hurting anyone. I swear I'll stop.
Give me a boost.
We've stopped the badger dances. Everyone, we can go home. We did it.
And the world was saved from a terrible...
I'm just gonna like.
I like those badgers.
I'm gonna claw at Mina's or scratch at Mina's leg and point up.
Okay.
There's no window
Lift
into
him
the
up.
Isn't there?
I figured there was one of those
Yeah, but it's not like a
frosted
two-way
windows.
Yeah, it's like a one-way...
Okay, that's
We specifically spoke to you while the door was closed.
No,
Yeah,
she's not.
apparently.
Stuck her head out.
Anyway, Theodore is drumming his fingers on the table impatiently.
I said I'd stop. What? I don't know what you want.
The wands.
The wands? Oh, is that what you're here about?
We arrested you while you were smuggling them. How do you not know that this is what this is about?
Well, when I met him, I was showing my dancing badgers, so what am I supposed to think?
I need to get my constable badge.
oh.
Is the wands.
Yes. The wands, I remember the wands, yes.
Why were you smuggling wands?
To sell them?
To whom?
The people.
Oh my god, he's so
Yes.
stupid.
I honestly, you should probably just talk to my wife. I don't really know much about it.
Yeah,
I just mostly do the
your
badger
wife
thing.
said it was your idea.
No, she didn't.
Afraid
Well-
so.
Her written confession is certainly going to send you away for quite some time.
No, it won't.
God, they're
didn't-
dicks.
She didn't write one of those.
We're not.
Okay,
we entertained
not
her.
today.
It is. What is the word you would use, Jack? Noble or sad?
A little bit of both, I'd say. But sad.
So you have nothing to say then. You're going to let her send you away because apparently you were the mastermind in all this.
Are we still talking about the badgers?
The ones.
Right, the wands. I don't know anything about the wands.
The smuggling. The badgers are technically not illegal.
Oh! So am I free to go?
No.
Smuggling, on the other hand, is not.
Yeah. Well, you should probably put up a sign or something.
We call it the law. That's the sign that we use.
Sorry. Didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Yeah, but you still did illegal things which caused harm to people. So,
I remember getting on a boat, eating some pasta.
We were there with you for that part.
Yeah. Isn't that what we're talking about?
What else can you tell us? Who set it up?
Oh,
Who were you
my
going
wife.
to take the wands to?
My wife.
You were going to sell the wands to your wife?
No, she was going to sell them to those other people.
Which other people?
I don't know.
Do you know anything?
I'm gonna roll insight to see if he's...
I know how to make
lying.
badger stance.
I'm rolling insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe every word he says.
And he seems sincere in his what he is saying and what he believes.
In his stupidity.
It's starting to come together now.
I think so.
He's an
What
idiot.
is?
That's why she married him.
Hey,
She was
He
always
is-
going to use you for a fall guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty perfect for it.
Yes. He won't even defend himself.
you don't.
He's just going to go away for this.
You guys are just saying random scenarios now, aren't you?
There's only one. And
Wow.
it's one where you end up on a boat in an estuary for a sizable portion of your very long life.
Let's say, what? Smuggling with intent to distribute. Add on assault of an officer.
Don't
Couple
forget the
charges.
terrorism charges.
And the terrorism charges. That's at least, what? 50 to 100?
For unknown, 100 easy.
Yeah, cumulative.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What did you want to know?
We want to know where the ones were going.
To my wife. Deniska Warii. I believe she's just next door. I can feel her there.
Uh-oh. Carter has turned into a blob.
Yeah,
I turned into a blob? What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Your head is a staticky cube of blobs.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
It's not on my end. I don't know.
Pixelated mess.
You're also breaking up on.
I don't
No,
know.
there's a
I don't
green-
know.
It's actually,
Oh, you're back.
We're back.
really bad.
You're back.
That was bizarre.
Carter's Bizarre Adventure.
I didn't even know I went anywhere.
That's how bizarre it was.
Yeah, you
I
went
think
to another dimension.
Does the name Gale mean anything to you?
No? Should it?
You knew Nalasa, yes?
Yeah. She came in to my shop a couple times.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah.
What do you know of Nalasa's associate?
Well, she mostly came in to talk to Dineska, my wife. And they had some business dealings.
What
And you never
kind of
overheard
business
anything from their conversations?
Well, all I know is that she had some sort of prescription or something for some potions and stuff that my wife made.
We should be talking to the Badgers at this rate.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
think they're
which-
still at home. Actually, can you guys go and check on them for me? They might need to be fed.
Actually, we probably should go back, and they'll need to be released.
That's true. City ordinances and all that.
I mean, it would be seized property at this point, but all we could really do is let them go.
Yeah.
And where do you think they'll go? In a city?
I don't know. Hopefully not the nettles. They'll probably get eaten.
I mean,
Well, I'd just dump them in the Cloudwood.
About the same effect.
I
I
don't
mean-
know what you guys are getting at.
Give us something useful, or we dump your Badgers in the woods.
Damn.
Oh, they love the woods.
In the bad woods.
All right, fine. We'll dump the Badgers. Theodore's gonna stand up at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack as well.
It's very nice to meet you.
We met like a week ago.
If you check on the Badgers, could you make sure Thomas gets an extra heaping of food? He's been looking a little slim lately.
As we leave the room, I turn to the door and say, that gnome is either an idiot or a genius. It must be one of the extremes.
I choose to believe that he is an idiot.
Now that they've left, I open the door. And
Lost you. You open the door and...
let Ilferi in.
Oh, okay.
Hold up my badge, and I just look disappointed.
Jeremy! I didn't know you were with them! Can you tell them to get me out of here? I don't know what's going on. I don't think they're going to feed Thomas.
I solemnly turn my back on the man, close the door.
Welcome back to next time on Badger Cop.
Oh shit.
You're too loose with the rules, Badger Cop.
We're just emotionally terrorizing idiots in this campaign.
Yeah,
Occasionally.
they deserve it.
I think I played bass for emotionally terrorizing idiots.
Alright,
My
so,
one foray into emo music.
All right.
Okay. So we need to talk. We need to talk to Libri, and if we want to make sure that the information gets around, we need to talk to someone. Someone in the papers. Does anyone know anyone in the paper?
No, but if we distribute it, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure someone would love to pick this up.
Yeah.
We need to tell Del first, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, we need to lay all this shit out for him. Like, we gave him the quick.
It'd be helpful.
We actually need to show him the papers.
True.
All right. Do you want to have a more intensive meeting with him?
Yes.
Yeah, because he might know somebody in the paper too.
Okay.
So I just lay it all out in front of him, and I'm like, "This is what we found."
He picks up the stack and starts kind of leafing through it. Some interesting stuff. There's a lot of, yeah. This has a lot of interesting implications.
Yeah.
But at the same time, doesn't really tell us anything.
Right. But they want it super secret and hidden.
You mentioned something about, when you met with, Gail, right?
Which thing? We met with her, yeah.
It's been an eventful couple of days.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She mentioned she saw something in the Bleak Gate.
Right.
Yeah.
Construction.
It looked like construction and industrial bullshit.
It must be connected to this and the witch oil.
It certainly seems connected in some way.
But according to Gale, there shouldn't be any way in or out of the Bleak Gate, yet clearly there is.
So, we were talking about disseminating this publicly.
He kind
Do you
of
have any connections in the paper?
looks down towards the documents, leafs through them again. I don't really know what story there is to say at this point. We've got a couple dozen witnesses of something happening, some supplies going missing from factories, but nothing that's substantial that a reporter would be able to publish a story just based on this alone, but it could be a starting point to a further investigation.
Sure.
We still
I
need
mean,
to talk to Labrie.
Is there some sort of story in these notes that could be run?
I think we'd have to talk to Labrie,
Who's Labrie?
the guy who wrote the notes.
Also, the counselor's security chief. We
Right.
met him. We met him in the first session.
Yeah.
Also, we can call a Flint favor to
Yeah.
get a journalist to run a story. Like, that is a level 1 favor.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
that then.
Oh my god.
But I think we need. I think what Delta's saying is that we need a story for them to run. Like right now, we have information. We need a story.
We have a story. Nilasa died uncovering some sort of smuggling secrets.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's true. If we just tie it to Nalas's death, it can work.
Yeah.
Because these were the papers that she had on her body.
Yeah.
We might be able to do a level 2 favor where we run a false story. It's not totally false, but like we're filling in gaps that we don't necessarily know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make a copy of the information.
Yeah. Start
you-
there.
I definitely agree that we should make some copies and distribute this information internally, but until we have something more solid, I don't know if there's anything here for the public.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
We'll
we can
start
devote
with-
resources to cross-checking some of this information and figuring out if there's
Fair
any...
enough, but I want each of us to have a copy of it we keep on ourselves and
Oh,
in
yeah,
personal
well-
residences.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're going to be keeping this from at least going wider than they hoped it would.
Yeah.
I also don't want to disseminate this to anyone until we have multiple copies.
Yes.
Of course.
But this is big stuff. This is getting to the heart of the matter. I do think you should check in with Labrie, see if you can get anything out of him more personally, now that you have an idea of what he was doing.
Are we going to be hostile with Labrie? I don't know. This-
No.
Based on these notes, he's not involved with the plot, which means that he is likely an asset, a potential asset at least.
Yeah,
Because
he wasn't shitty to us.
Yeah, and he was investigating. According to the notes, he was investigating the.
Labrie, working on second floor, noticed people were sitting around. Lhasa, floor, was following orders that he didn't seem to agree with. I got that from an insight check, or someone did.
So we need to go talk to him.
Oh, right, the Jean Reno looking guy.
Yes.
All right, I think that's pretty clearly our next. I know the dog's squeaking. I think that's pretty clearly our next move. Then is to head to the consulate.
Yeah.
One last thing before you go. I don't know if you've heard about this speech that your friend Navard is pulling together tomorrow.
I heard some scuttlebutt about it. What's going on?
Not entirely sure. He's staying tight-lipped, but I think it might have something to do with the vision that you guys said he was hoping to see.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Not really sure with the temperate of the city right now. Don't know how this rally is going to go down, and since I know you've got a lot on your plates, but since Navard trusts you, I'd appreciate it if you could maybe help out with security there tomorrow.
It's
I was
doable.
planning on going anyway.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable enough.
Appreciate it. Hopefully it won't get in the way of your investigation.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Frankly, it's probably involved somehow.
With the look of things from these documents, it seems there's a lot more involved than we thought.
Sorry. What was the name of the lady? Spell it.
You cut out. What was the name of the lady?
Gnome.
Oh, Deniska?
Yeah, I just never know how to spell it.
This is this paper.
I'm going to say
D-A-N-I-S-C-A. Warye.
I almost had it right.
W-A-R-Y-E-Y-E.
Sorry, what was the last name?
Warye. W-A-R-Y-E-Y-E.
Yep.
And Blander is the male.
Blander. God, his name is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's because it sounds like blunder, which accurately describes him. All right, so off
All
to
right.
see the security chief.
I'll see the security chief.
Wonderful security chief of Denoran Consulate.
This is me, Sam, asking this. Do we want to do that tonight or next week?
It's up to you guys.
True, it is only 9.
We
It's
got
only
an hour.
9
If it's just going to be a
o'clock,
conversation, it's probably
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's 9. We're good.
I'm sure we do it.
He's just used to me having to get up at 5 o'clock.
but- Okay.
And tomorrow I actually have off.
I think I caught your tired.
Oh, I'm exhausted. My brain is barely working. It feels like Mina worked a 13-hour shift. Imagine that.
Fair enough. There was
God, I want to go back to the Nettles and check on Navard, but I don't think we or not Navard. Sorry, Heward.
Keyword.
I mean, if he's alive, he's not in the
Oh.
Nettles anymore.
one last thing before we leave here. The doctor catches you, Zeodor.
Okay.
I notice you have a interesting fighting style that you use.
Yes, well, I suppose you could say I'm self-taught to some degree, and, well, that and a little formal education.
Well, I suppose it's a very similar story for myself. But, I noticed, I might have some tips for you if you'd like to maybe do some sparring sometime.
That would be wonderful. A little extra knowledge has always been valuable.
Wunderbar! We'll have to find some time.
Hooray! That's DM speak for he's a martial scientist.
Yep.
All right.
And I missed the opportunity to learn the first one.
What
Was there
first one?
another?
I suppose I don't know for sure. But I was guessing the guy on the boat in the Axis Island who was willing to teach us how to smash stuff good. I was guessing that he was a martial scientist.
Oh, no, that might have just been a false positive.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the first opportunity.
Oh, neat.
No, he didn't have a face. He couldn't teach you anything.
Okay.
All right. So we're heading off back to the Denarin consulate. Which is
In North Shore.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, so by this point it's probably getting on towards the evening. But you catch the security chief, Julien Labrie, as he's just about to head out from the consulate.
Monsieur Labrie, do you mind if we talk to you for a moment?
The constables. I cannot do a French accent right now. But of course, would you like to come inside, or?
This might be better out here.
Either way.
It may be prudent for us to.
He looks so
Yep.
scary.
He looks like Jean Reno.
Yeah, but with no pupils for some reason.
He's looking really far to the left. His left.
They describe him as roomy-eyed.
I don't
know what that means.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
So it's like they're gunky and kind of gross, and sometimes they're like
Rheumy, full of rem,
Oh.
especially of the eyes.
it's like super extra eye boogery.
He's got
It's
allergies.
like, you know those little tiny dogs? So much shit in their eyes. They have roomy eyes.
So his eyes are gross.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He's got allergies. He's got
Okay.
allergy eyes.
Anyway, Miss Security Chief, it has come to our attention that you may be aware of the origins of this substance, and I pull out the vial of witch oil.
He looks shocked for a moment, and then
And I put
Looks-
it away.
looks serious at you and says, "Well, I understand why you wanted to speak outside."
We got your notes.
I see.
The ones Nalasa took, we finally tracked them down.
He
And I
like,
know the last time we talked, you weren't 100% set on what you were telling us. So maybe you'd like to tell us everything now.
he glances back towards the building for a moment and says, "My home is nearby. If you'd like, we can go somewhere more private."
Yeah,
works
that sounds
for us.
great.
Do I trust him?
Give me a trusting a person check.
Insight
Give
check.
me faith in humanity roll.
12.
13.
He seems sincere
Okay.
to each of you.
Lead the way, sir.
I'm going to, instead of rolling insight, I'm just going to sneak a peek at the pendant.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, no one notices as you look down at your yellow canary.
Sweet.
Um,
My sleight of hand is better than my insight.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the
Um,
house.
yeah, so
Pulls
real-
up battle map. Ah, fuck.
real quick, I just want to rewind to like a thing that Delft would have told you as you guys were talking about Libri.
Yes.
So this is a flashback, I guess.
Sure.
You know those Dragonborn that you brought in, or the
Yeah.
Dragonborn man you brought in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we asked him a couple questions and found out that he had apparently been hired to go after Libri,
All right.
but the hit was called off before they could get to his home and do the deed. Flashback forward. You arrive at Libri's home. It's a modest home here in the North Shore district. He invites you into his sitting room. Is there anything I can get you?
A
Didn't even
tall
try.
glass of the truth.
Didn't even try the French accent there.
You sound like a man who has really good wine.
Yes, I do have some fine bottles I wouldn't mind sharing. He rummages in a lower cabinet and pulls out a bottle that looks fine. Does anyone know anything about wine? Or
In
would
real
any-
life or the game?
in the game, would anyone know?
No. I know about rum, maybe?
Okay.
Is the importation of wine illegal anywhere?
No.
No.
Okay.
Mina might know a little bit, but not extensive anything.
It looks fancy.
Fair.
He uncorks it and brings several glasses in and pours for anyone who's willing.
Theodore declines. Politely.
I'll take some.
On the job, and I don't care. It's been a long day. Someone blow me up.
Us. Not just you. Come on. It wasn't personal.
I am speaking of my own personal experience. Not everyone experiences life and death like this and feels like they need wine. Interrogate him.
Look, Theodore's only an octogenarian. He really shouldn't be drinking.
I'm bored. Give me that booze.
All right.
Oh, sorry, 5. I'm 5.
Well, I
Oh, that
bet
makes all the
you
difference.
have a couple of questions for me.
Indeed.
Well, I'm willing to answer as much as I can, but
We need to know everywhere that you found the witch oil in your investigations.
well, everywhere.
As many places as you can tell us.
Well, if you found the documents, then you already have a written account. But there doesn't seem to be anything that stands out too much about these places that have it, aside from they all are manufacturing goods that used for construction and machines, materials. Everything I found out was very much circumstantial, points to one thing that points to one thing, and so on and so on. And it's because of that they shut my investigation down.
I just thought of something. Could I roll a check to see if Zeodor... What I'm trying to see is if Zeodor could look at this list of materials and figure out what they're trying to build. Because Zeodor has experience building things, building mechanical things. So try to figure out what sorts of machines could be built with this.
Sure. Give me, whatever you think is most relevant, either investigation or your mechanical construction skill, or...
I mean, like, intelligence with proficiency in Tinker's tools?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
That's an 18.
So yeah, looking this over, it's large quantities of heavy metals, irons. I don't know if aluminum is a thing or not. Probably not. Iron, steel, refined materials, fire gems, fully developed, like heavy cannons, like looking it over and kind of reading between the lines, it looks like stuff for like a warship. Like, this is a large amount of heavy machinery, and the only thing that you could think of that would use that much for one project would be either like a large fortress made out of iron, or a ironclad warship.
Did Gale tell us where in the city the construction was taking place? Like, it's taking place in the Bleak Gate, but like where in the city it mapped to?
I believe so, but let me double check. There was thread 2. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Alec arranged for me to walk into the Bleak Gate. I sprayed the details of the journeys told, but in a few hours I could see the dark side. I discovered that there's activity. Never saw anything. The buildings are hollowed. Amid the distant gloom, I saw torches and lanterns, lights that the denizens of the world would never use. Their path ran along the canal into the still analog of Parody Lake, and then up towards the Nettles.
So at Parody Lake or in the Nettles?
their path ran along the canal to Parody Lake and then up towards the Nettles.
Okay, so like this. So like this-ish area?
Yeah.
Like that. Except you can't see it because it keeps picking a bad color for me.
Yeah.
Or actually more in this area, because it's along the canal.
Right, came up along the canal and then past Parody Lake.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Like that?
Yeah.
Zeodor is looking at the plans and just like realization flashes across his face. They're trying to build a boat to rival the impossible.
Or what if it is the impossible? That thing is pretty damn curved.
Yes, it's my thought as well, but
Which one?
The first one.
some sort of warship. But
You don't think it is the impossible? You think it's another one?
something much on that
Well, they are.
scale or something
Well,
similar.
they're building it right now, and the impossible is already built. So, unless they're going to send it back in time, I don't think it's the impossible.
No, I thought it was already built. I thought what they were building was already built because the information we have is from the past.
I know, because right, but the impossible was launched the beginning of last season.
Mm-hmm.
Like months ago.
Right. I didn't know how old this information was.
Oh, well, it's not that old.
Okay.
At least the numbers that Libri is talking about are... I mean, some of them are dating back that far, but it's been a lot more active lately.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the implication from Gale was that this was currently going on, because it wasn't long ago that she accessed the Bleak Gate.
Right. I don't remember if we had an exact day on that, but yeah.
She told us when it was.
Just over a month ago.
Yeah.
When the new moon was aligned with the planet Nem.
Yeah. I remember it was something aligning with Nem.
Yeah.
Because I remember that there was a reason why she couldn't go back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it is a ship, then
The question
they need
is, who is they?
Well,
Number of possibilities.
not the Fae.
Probably not Gale.
Yeah, not Gale. Not the Fae.
Clearly.
Probably not Denor, since they're trying to have a working marriage with our country.
Not that
I
I'm
admit
aware
I'm
of.
not clear on that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule them out.
Yeah, neither would I.
I'm not aware of my country doing anything of this sort.
I don't suspect you of being involved, Monsieur Lebris. However, there is a detail you are unaware of. When we were on Axis Island, we found Denoran war machines that were either being powered or in some way utilizing the same witch oil that we found. It's quite possible Denor is involved.
Actually, do you think we went to the Bleak Gate while we were on that island?
It's possible.
Maybe a little bit.
But the machine itself had the...
No, I know that. I just mean, we flashed into another plane.
Are you
That's true.
certain that Dinar had made this machine?
No, but they might, or it seemed utilizing it, or at least its presence.
It's patrolling there. That's all we can say.
But given
I know
the
nothing
history
about
of the
it.
island, it makes most sense that it would have been a Denoran machine.
They could
Exactly.
be Denoran dissenters that don't like the direction. Like, Denoran in that they want to not be a part of... I mean, not part, but, like, be allied with Risur and don't support the marriage and want to start a war again.
Yeah.
Or some kind of project left over.
It's
Either way, it would-
technically possible, but it's unlikely.
Right.
It's unlikely that there is such a specific cell of dissenters.
It would have to run fairly deep as well, if it were true.
Could also be the family. Or Cal.
Kel
Yes.
is certainly involved. The family, much as it pains me
My-
to admit, seem involved.
Kel, I definitely feel, is involved. Many of the factories that I
Yeah.
investigated are linked to him in different ways.
Seeing as
But-
someone connected to him tried to kill us earlier.
Could have been a false flag, but yes.
But I don't think Kel is smart enough or ambitious enough to do something this big. I think he is
Trying to-
on-
Build a warship seems
out of his league.
not out of his league necessarily. But
Out of his wheel.
It seemed like too much effort for too little gain. So he has a massive warship he can't take over a country with. He can't.
But you say, is this there's construction on the Bleak Gate?
Yes.
I guess.
Well, somehow they are getting materials into the Bleak Gate.
And somehow they are getting people out.
Yeah.
Both of which should be impossible, and yet it's so.
And, well, smugglers, or Kel is known for being involved in smuggling rings.
Smuggling,
Sir?
yes, but most smugglers don't go across the veil of reality.
Yeah.
This is true.
Sir.
Again, I think he is a pawn.
Sure.
Agreed.
Were you asked to not talk? Came by the first time.
Sorry, you're cutting out again.
Were you told not to speak to us the last time we came?
Yes, this entire investigations that I undertook as you hold in your hands, I was told to stop any questioning and desist in my queries.
Who told you this?
Sorry, just want to double check because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yep.
Higgledy piggledy.
Duchess Evelyn, it's somehow her fault.
A man named Stolvar Delft.
It was a friend of the consular who was in the office at the time of the murder.
His
Was
name?
this-
Hold on. I think I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pretty sure I did too. I just wanted to see if this guy knew.
Yeah. I don't have it.
His name was Killian Creed.
Yep, Killian Creed. Meeting with client in basement. Killian Creed wanted to know.
He was the one who told me to pitch the story about the Fabergé egg. And
Could you describe what Killian Creed looks like?
he is a human, Fairly tall, blonde. Has a pencil-thin mustache.
Perhaps wearing a police uniform.
Not than I have ever seen him.
Does he look like that guy though? Blondie.
He looks similar to what he described.
Okay.
Or yeah, I mean, within
The description
The
the
description
description
that you
matches
heard.
Blondie.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I really want to
Reason-
kill him.
We have reason to believe that this man is involved directly.
Well,
I do not know if the counselor is involved directly, but it sounds like this person has his ear. And if Killian has his ear, it is safe for now to assume that the counselor is a danger to every person in this room.
I think you're right. I wish I knew more about the incident in particular, but I actually was not witness to much. Creed was the one who came from downstairs after we heard the gunshots, and he is the one who told us to give you the cover story.
Creed being the counselor?
No, Creed
No,
being the guy
Creed
who was
being
meeting
the
with.
Meeting with what?
He was
Meeting with
meeting
the
with the
counselor.
counselor. Counselor's name is.
Dunadria.
Yeah, Dunadria. I have a weird first name.
Methan.
It is Methan.
Wait,
Creed is
What?
Blondie.
Yeah.
I thought. Then who's Killian?
Killian
Creed.
Creed
Oh, Killian Creed. Okay.
is
okay.
Blondie.
Got it.
That's Killian with a C. I don't know if it should be Cillian, but I've never heard the name
It
Cillian.
should be Cillian.
Okay.
Too late, it's Killian, and I've been spelling it with a K.
Yep.
Well. It's Killian with a C now.
Alright, that's fine. Just as long as. I don't care how it's actually written, as long as we pronounce
Fair
it
enough.
correctly.
Fair enough.
I have seen people with that name spelled with a C pronounce it Killian, so
There you go.
I've written it with a K, but the K is like really curvy.
Compromise.
hashtag voluptuous K.
Hashtag kink shame K.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what the ramifications of me telling you all this is, but I just couldn't
Well-
hold it in.
Hopefully, it will be saving lives.
So
I
that is
appreciate your
what I hope.
honesty now.
I
Did you give Nalasa those papers, or did she steal them?
As far as I know, she stole them from my desk, or from the consular's desk.
I mean, you would know if you gave it to her. That's why I was asking.
I did not. But if anything good comes of this, with your picking up where I left off, maybe it was for the best.
For now,
Thank-
I think it's best that you keep the consular in the dark as to our activities and to what you've told us.
Agreed.
Especially if that blonde asshole has the counselor's ear.
Be extremely wary of Killian Creed. He's dangerous. We have seen him kill.
Literally tried to blow us up earlier.
What we're trying to say is play it safe, keep your head down, let us know if you need help,
I
and we
appreciate
can
it.
work together.
If you need us, find an orphan.
If you need us to take this, and I'll give him one of the feathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They can send one message to anyone holding one of the feathers. it'll take a little time, but it'll go unseen.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if I'm supposed to give this stuff out, but I did.
Yeah, no.
That's D&D.
Yeah, Gail can figure it out later.
She gave it to us for our use. This is part of our use.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Alright,
Do anyone else have any more or do anyone have any more questions for the house?
No.
No.
Before we leave, I'm going to check around back of the house and see if there are any mysterious barrels.
Barrels? Barrels? Barrels. What kind of barrels?
You know, the kind that might start a fire in a house of a person with them inside of it and
Yeah.
murder them. Arson
Oh.
barrels.
No. There don't seem to be any arson barrels. lying
Arson
about.
barrels.
Welcome to Crazy Steve's. Or-
Look, it's painted red. I shot it. It didn't explode. This isn't a video game.
Just because my last location burnt down doesn't mean that. But I did leave with an excess inventory, so I'm passing.
If your location burns down and you still have excess inventory,
It was in a warehouse off-site.
Are you gonna bring up why you're digging around in his back for arson barrels?
no, just before we leave, I'm just going to take a look around,
Okay.
basically. Because we know that there was a... well, no, that may... you know what, yeah. I will mention that, before we leave, I'll mention that that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to check around the back because we know that there was a hit out on him.
Right.
There was?
Yeah, that's literally what we just learned in the flashback on our way over here.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is not, as far as we know, there is not currently a hit out on him. but
Right,
there
it was
at
canceled,
some
but
point.
there was, yeah.
Mr. Labrie, before we go, we need to found out there was a hit placed on you. We stopped the assassins that would have been coming
Well,
for you, but
and it was canceled.
Yeah,
it could
was
always be
canceled.
taken out again.
Right.
What
I suspected.
is the nature of this hit?
There were assassins hired to kill you. We don't know by whom. I suspect that the hit was canceled. I suspect it was canceled on the same time your investigation was, though we do not have evidence of that.
Were these
Yes.
was these assassins perhaps to Dragonborn brothers?
Exactly.
They were. So who's trying to kill you? Or was trying to kill you? Change your
Everardo
mind.
and Valando.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Do you know who hired them?
I know they take jobs from Kel, but I don't know exactly how. Well, I guess I know pretty well how this fits into things, but I suppose it's suffice to say that they are involved in the same as all of this small
Creed
players in a
Had
large.
Kel hire them?
I've been after them before. I have noticed that many of the factories that they don't burn down end up within control of the Kel Guild.
Yeah.
We've noticed that too. Well, we have one of them in custody. If you happen to catch the other one, let us know.
It's always nice to have the full pair.
Well, if you happen to find the other one, he walks over to a chest near the side of his room, and Mina, you hear the distinct sound of bullets clanking together. He pulls out two bullets and holds them out towards you guys. I suggest you use these.
I put my hand out.
He puts two bullets in your hand, one etched with the name Everardo and the other one with Valando.
Man, you do not like these guys.
Anything
These are-
special about them?
Yes. These are special, what I call Vendetta Bullets.
Side note, I like this Julian guy.
Right?
Why isn't this story about him? He's awesome. Why is it following us idiots around?
Because we have troubles, that's why.
You look
That's true.
pretty handy with a gun there, Mina. I could
Yeah.
probably... Do you know anything about crafting bullets?
I mean, yeah, I know a decent amount, but if these are special, I would be happy to learn.
I can probably teach you how to make something like this.
Oh, I'm in.
Magic bullets.
Magic bullets. Alright.
Fuck yes!
I have created Vendetta Bullets.
Sweet.
Fucking nemesis weapons up in here.
Um,
Here's anathane bullets. Have fun.
and you have two already with those two names on them.
Okay.
And if you come back and learn from him, he can teach you how to make more.
Awesome.
Assuming he doesn't die.
Shut up.
Alright. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not today, but we'll be in touch.
I hope that you're able to turn up something about all this. It worries me greatly, and I'd like to know what's at the bottom of it all.
Agreed.
Tell me, what is your relationship with the counselor? Or with the, the counselor.
The counselor... Well... It's just a good job. I... did some things during the war, and... afterwards it's nice to have a usually nice, quiet job running security at a small, usually overlooked building.
Then I hope we will be able to bring you a clearer answer on whether or not you can trust him in the future.
I appreciate it. Alright. Anything else?
On the way
Oh, I
back,
wanted to talk to him about... No, I'm joking.
on the way back, I want to check on Troubles. Since it's been over a day.
Sure. We can
'Cause
take a little detour there. I
He-
don't know if anyone else wants to join the ferry, but...
I think he's in North Shore. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
North Shore. Just outside it of, or well, I guess it was a little bit of a walk from Setchum's Alcastry.
Yeah, that was the Perry Lake District,
Yeah,
over near Alchemy
it's
Row.
all, yeah, same kind of area. Is anyone, or is everyone else going with El Ferry for now?
Sure.
That's probably the safest bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you head off towards Alchemy Row. It's getting on towards evening now. And it takes a little bit of finding because you're not too familiar with this area, but you come across the alleyway where you told Troubles to wait, and he's still just standing there like a plant.
Thing.
Nope.
think we need to... Well, do we need to keep observing this? In case there's a drop?
I doubt it.
Hard to say. Though
Just
Trumbull
really
is certainly in danger here.
Well, he's not really noticeable.
No.
Keep your post here for another day. If you don't find anything by the next morning, come back to... Go back home. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. We're gonna get you a badge, by the way.
What's badge?
I'll show him my badge. You know, this thing lets me do stuff that I wouldn't normally get to do.
You know, the metal leaf that he carries around.
Shiny.
Oh shit! Yeah, we just gold leaf one of his
Right?
actual leaves.
Yes!
And just etch the RHC logo into it.
All I wanted to do was use a Sharpie, but yours is...
If you want it. Like, we can also give you one and not permanently etch it on you.
We involuntarily tattoo orphans. We can etch a plant.
Shiny.
Alright, keep an eye out.
Okay.
Fuck, I wish I didn't give away my feather, because I want to give one to Shovel.
Oh my god.
A plant holding a feather, I posit, might be more noticeable than a plant.
It could just be, like, in there. Have you ever, like, you know, just, like, there was a feather in a shrub. Did you really notice or care?
I did. I knew it shouldn't have been there, so I burnt that fucking shrub. You know who that shrub was? Hitler.
It all makes sense. You didn't actually go to Argentina.
Nope.
He was actually a bush.
Yep.
The feather on the moon. So, all right,
That's
it's getting on to evening now.
Actually, is Shrumbles a person? I don't think so. Because the messenger wind specifically says any person who has a feather can call in the wind's power.
Yeah, he's a person. He's a sentient being that has language and everything.
Shrubbles is certainly a character because Shrubbles is the best character in this game.
Yep.
But a person might be pushing it.
He's a person. He has a 10 intelligence.
That doesn't make him a person.
He has a personality, and like he is an individual.
He is an individual.
It actually might make him a person.
He has been given sentience and mobility.
I mean, I'd classify him as a monster.
Speaking of the feathers,
Yes.
we should probably call Gale.
Ugh. Why?
I don't like it either. But we have solid evidence that they are getting materials in and people out of the Bleak Gate, and the only person we know who might have any chance of knowing how they're doing that is Gale.
Sure, but do we have to do that right now?
Well, we don't need to meet her right now.
It takes a long time for that message to get to her anyways.
No, I know, but like I don't even want to stay.
You cut out.
I don't want to tell her until tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we just send her a message saying, hey, we want to talk to you tomorrow.
Exactly, and we should set up a meeting.
Let's set up a meeting for 2 days from now. We're a little booked tomorrow between breakfast and the rally.
Yeah.
What time is the rally?
I believe it's in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We could meet tomorrow evening after the rally.
She'll probably be there.
Well, that's a good point. We could have her meet us at the rally.
True enough.
We are on security detail.
Yeah, I'd rather talk to her after the whole thing. She'll probably be there.
Alright, I'll send through the message. Zedor got his feather. We found the canary. Meet us tomorrow at, after Secham's rally.
Where?
Well, at the rally, just afterward.
Dawn's
Okay, but you said after the rally.
At that
That's where you want to meet.
really good croissant shop. She knows the one.
Yeah, I mean, after the rally is both a time and a location. Where is the rally taking place again?
Dawn Square.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that croissant shop's got to be like just down the street. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Meet us in Dawn Square after the rally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Send tweet.
Funny story. Last time I ran this campaign, Philip actually did send a tweet whenever he used the messenger wind to contact Gale to help him
That's
keep
pretty
the
good.
message concise.
And then we all go to bed.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I
Sounds
turn
like
into a
plan.
warhorse and run home real fast.
How far am I
Okay.
from home? Where are we?
We are in Parody Lake District.
Oh, I'm actually not too far from home. Yeah, I'm going home.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give people rides home if they need it.
I'll walk.
I'll walk, thanks.
If you're going the same direction I am, you can go at double speed.
Sure, and also I'm a horse, which is already double speed.
Okay.
We'll get
I mean,
there
you're
real
going a
fast.
different-
You
You're going a
fucking
different
teleport home. Congratulations.
You've now
And you're going in a
completed
different direction than the rest of us.
13 out of 16 scenes.
Nice.
It's all coming together.
Woo!
Actually, that's the end of thread 3 with the church. And then after breakfast will be the end of thread 1,
Alright.
which just leaves the final thread.
Cool.
Sweet.
Where I
Yeah.
die.
Yep.
Guess we'll see next time on KrakenQuest Z.
I like that we are very completely running down every...
Running
Every
down.
what?
You cut out.
running down every thread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
We are
mean,
playing
I
to
mean-
100% this.
pretty much. I mean,
Know what to do if we didn't.
I actually really enjoy being a detective.
yeah.
I've definitely lost like all the threads. I'm
Well, you
glad
also
that
lost
I
your
have a
notes.
party.
Listen, I have
found them
lost
again,
all the
but-
threads, but they are safely stored in my notebook, so I will go back and reread it and realize.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like, even the conversations we've been having today, where you guys were like, Killian, and then you said Creed. I'm like, who the fuck are both of those?
Yeah.
I mean, after we're all through it, I can run you through the threads if you want
Just-
to. But
Nah, it's fine.
Just remember, Creed equals Blondie. The band Creed is the same as the band Blondie.
It's true.
But who's Killian?
our old roommate.
Well, you used to be his roommate.
Oh no. No wonder he's a villain.
Yeah, that didn't end well. Anyway, that is neither here nor anywhere.
Oh, right, we're still live.
Yeah. I'd forgotten too, honestly. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you
Stay
next
healthy and stay home.
Monday.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Yeah, stay the fuck inside. If you can.
Do like
Yeah,
we're doing
let's-
and play D&D in your own home.
Yeah, unless
Yep.
you're an essential employee, stay inside.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have to, like, obviously, but if you don't have to, stay the fuck inside.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.